Hello, ladies. I am getting ready to set up for my diamond painting. I'm using my phone, but I've already started a little bit. I've already cut my bag separated. I'm doing the Forest of Nisan marks. I've got 2 containers with my already in there, and I've got them in numerical order. 1 to 11 and 12 to 26. And I have 2 extra bags. Extra bag number 1 and extra bag number 2. I've got them sitting to the side. And here is my extra pen, my bags, and my wax caddy. And here is a magnifying glass. Like I said before, I have that because I wear glasses and I can't see up close without my glasses. But here is a wax caddy that I've got sitting out. And I've cut the bags apart with my scissors. And I've got my canvas already laying out. And because I'm left-handed and I had surgery on my left shoulder, I work from the right to the left. And I'm going to start here at the bottom. And then I'm going to work up. And then I'm going to work over. And I've got my overhead light. And like I said, what I'm going to do when I take it out of the bag, the packet, the canister, I'm going to put a piece of tag, a strip that I have made up. Sorry about that. And I'm going to put this like a bookmarker in the slot where the bag will go. That way I know where it's at. And what I did, because the numbers on the chart, excuse me, sorry about that, because the numbers on the chart are not in numerical order. If you can see, I wrote the corresponding number of the bag next to the number on the bag. So I know F is in bag 14 and the arrow is in 19. That way I can have them in numerical order, like that. That way I don't have to worry about trying to figure out which bag is which. And for you guys, I don't have my light board underneath yet, but I will show you real quickly what it would look like with the light board underneath. This is the light board that I have. This is the light board that I have. And I got it Michaels. And that's what it looks like plugged in. I use the overhead light too, but let's stick the canvas on top to see how it lightens up the chart, the symbols, a little bit to show the difference. Okay, this is without the light board turned on. And that's with the light board turned on. That's with the light board turned on. And see the difference? It kind of helps raise the symbols up a little bit more so you can see them. And if I don't use the magnifying glass with the light board, it's great. But if I don't use the light board, then I have to use the magnifying glass to kind of help enlarge my symbols. But with the light board, I don't need the magnifying glass. But see, even though it's a thicker canvas than the other companies, it still shows up really well. And this canvas, the symbols are very legible And I really like that about this canvas. And it's sturdy and heavy, and it's going to last for a long time. And I like the single head applicator for doing it, because I've never tried the double, the 3 head, or the 6 head. But this is board, and then here's the half without. And here, I'll do it this way. Now you can see the difference. One side is brighter than the other. And sometimes I use the light board and sometimes I don't. Just depends on the light in here. Overhead light, but it helps out quite a bit. I might just use the light board. Might use the light board without the magnifying glass, since it's really lightening it up, because I can see the symbols without the magnifying glass. And the numbers are right even with my ledger. See, 26 is the arrow, 25 is the backwards U, and it turns out really good. And see, there's the difference without the light. The top half don't have the light, and the bottom half has got the light. And there's no wrinkles in the canvas, just in the film on the top. And as you can see, it's already completely flat, and I've let it set out. I rolled it backwards around the styrofoam, and then took it off the styrofoam and laid it on the table, and it flattened out. It was flattened out before I went to bed last night. It turned out really well. So I just figured I'd show you how I set her up. But yeah, this is the Forest of Nisan, 50 by 40. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Can hardly wait to get started. And for whoever's watching, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And tell all your friends who do diamond painting, check out my YouTube. Because I got to figure out a way of getting my phone or my tablet to stand up so I can video while I'm working on the picture. That way you can watch how I do it. Because right now I'm holding my phone. My tablet's a little bit bigger. But this is my picture. It's got so pretty colors. Let me move my light board over, and I'll turn it off. You see, even with the overhead light, the chart's pretty good. The diagram's pretty good. And see, there's my tray, and my wax caddy, and my pen. And it's got lots of green, and the gold, and the rust. And then here's the brighter colors. I got some oranges, yellows. Can hardly wait to get them started. But here's a bright orange. That's number 15. Here's my green. And when I was cutting them apart, I did find one bag that had a different in it. And I can't remember which bag it was. But there is one bag that has a different color in it. Yes, number 11. It's got a red one in it. It moved on me, but there it is. It has a red one mixed in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there. I've got it turned just a little bit. That's the only one I come across that had one flaw so far. But that's my picture. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.